And we're live! Hello!
Hi.
This is, of course, Jaden from, myhellhoundsarebigger.
And Zeppelin Rules.
And Zeppelin Rules.
The
And
Gallifreyan drummer boy and head of the science team.
yeah. All of those. And
if you can even hear me. I don't know if they can hear me.
you could probably need to talk up just a little bit.
There's
And
a kitten.
Yeah, that would be Koshek, also known as the Little Bastard.
Named after the cat in Night Vale.
Yeah. And, of course, I am the mun for Sam for Our Bloodline, Our Legacy. Go by Amber, hey. I also have a couple other blogs, but I will mention them later. I won't do that now, because, we're making a joint video, because I made 250 followers. Yay!
I made 400.
Yay! And so we thought we would...
What?
We thought we would record one together. And I am going to let her go first.
Of course you are.
Yes.
Okay, so we're answering question. Oh my god, fucked up my hair. We're answering. I'm really not vain, I promise.
Oh, she really isn't, but
Oh.
she also gets nervous when she's on camera. So
We're answering questions because we spent like 2 weeks just yelling about people asking us questions, and like we got like 3 people to ask us questions each. But
yeah,
I digress. Whenever I initially mentioned it like 3 weeks ago, somebody just sent me a whole bunch of preemptive questions, so I'm going to answer them first because they've been waiting a while. The questions are from Hidden Blade, Hidden No More, and the first one is, why did you choose Crowley? And that's a bit of a story. About a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, I don't know, sometime around a year ago, I had a friend who had a supernatural role-playing chat room. And from the moment she made it, she was trying to get me to go into the chat room. I've got no clue why, because once I was there, I really didn't do anything. The chat room revolved around her. It was just kind of an ego boost. But, I wanted to do a character that wasn't already there because it makes no real sense to be in a chat room with like 3 million Sams or whatnot. And so it was really a toss-up between Dean or Crowley, I relate strongly to Dean. Crowley's like almost everybody's favorite character, or at least top 5. But there was already somebody who would often go in as Dean, so it's just like, let's do Crowley, especially since there's a Cass in there and OTP. I ended up making it one of the chat rooms cross deal by the end, but that's aside from the point. Yeah, that's why Crowley. I didn't even do anything in the chat room other than sit on the couch and drink booze, but
well, that's what Crowley would do. And make snarky comments. But
no, I'm pretty sure Crowley would have kind of slaughtered most of the people in the room
yeah,
at
he probably would
a certain point in time, because they got really annoying. This next question was, what about him do you think you do well? And that ties into the next question, which is, what do you think you don't do well? And then the question after that is, how does your playing vary from canon? All that goes into a rant she's heard many times of me. Okay, I'm going to preface this with going, I really don't want to make anybody feel guilty for how they interact with anybody else or why they do what they do. It's just, I chose Crowley because Crowley is Crowley, and Crowley is just this, like, psychotic thing that gets mad and he will rip your head off. I mean, you saw in the first episode of, what was it, season 8, he just snaps Kevin's girlfriend's neck, just goes, okay, no, go find a new body. I mean, like, he just got bored and pissed, so he killed somebody. I don't get to do that. Most people go, hey, you want an RP? Okay, here's a plot, and half the time it's a romance plot, which doesn't really bother me. I mean, really huge romantic, and I hate it, but I mean, I am. So that doesn't necessarily bother me. What bothers me is I don't get, like, any chances whatsoever to play Crowley as he is in canon with torture and all that stuff, except for, like, two people that have gone, hey, we can do this, or you've got permission to do this, or can we do this? And I'm just like, sure we can, because that is one thing I've wanted to do since I started playing Crowley. 2 people out of I mean, like, half of you, most of you don't even fucking talk to me, but... So, I don't know, maybe you guys want to do an RP like that. And if you do, talk to me, I would love to, but...
She wants to torture somebody. Crowley wants to torture somebody. If you want your character tortured and maimed...
But what I think I do well, there's not really much I think I do well. I think when I get the opportunity to do the torture stuff, I think I can do it at least decently. I end up getting so into it, I start looking up things about anatomy and this, that, and the other thing. I mean, hell, I've got an Anatomy Physiologies for Dummies book on my shelf. Hell, I could grab it and show you, but I'm pretty sure you don't need proof. I'm pretty sure you believe it.
She's really got it. Really.
So, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, your turn.
Rant over?
Yeah.
Rant has ended. Okay.
End rant.
Alright, well, let's see. My first questions are from Don't Scratch the Walls. Hello. And they asked me quite a few. Well, not like a lot, but, you know, more than one. One of them, the first question was, have you had any partners? I will bite your nose.
There was an ear, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm not touching your ear.
Have you had any partners where you two just click writing-wise? Would you? Yes, I'm blind. I cannot see when I don't have my glasses on.
She says that she reads without her glasses.
This is what we do.
She says that she reads without her glasses. Realizes.
I'm going to get to my question. Have you had any partners where you two just click writing-wise? Actually, there have been a couple of my RP partners that, well, I felt like our writing clicked, and two of them are among, like, two of my favorite threads, and they're very varied because in one, Sam gets to be, you know, more like Canon Sam, and in the other one he gets to be like Soulless Sam, and he's a bastard and very twisted. So, you know, and it's like with each of those threads, the partner, like one of them is with, of course, I was in advanced placement. And that would be my dog. That would be Speckles.
I win!
Normally, she does not get in the camera because she does not like being recorded. That thumping sound that you hear in the back,
that's her tail.
That would be her tail hitting the box that's behind me.
Yeah.
She's got a very, very hard, and now she's going to try and kiss my ear. She's, hello, yes, yes, hi baby, yes, oh yes, you go. She likes to clean ears. She's very meticulous about making sure that people's ears are clean.
I had to try and get her on the video because Mom can't get her on video.
Yeah, I've tried, and she won't stay. She'll just like stick her head in and then disappear.
But she's staying right now.
Now you have seen the dog, and I'm going to get back to my question. I was in advanced placement. She does Kevin, and we've got 2 7 threads going, and of course, Sacrosanct Castiel. We've got a torture thread going, and they're two that I really feel like my writing and their writing really meshes well, and it's like we inspire each other. So it's really cool working with those threads. It's not like my other threads suck, because they don't. I like them, and I enjoy RPing, and I love, you know, all of my RP partners, but those two kind of stick out as far as, you know, writing style goes. It's just, you know, it just kind of works together. Who is your favorite poet if you have one? That one's easy.
Poe.
Yes, Edgar Allan Poe would be my favorite
Edgar
poet.
fucking Allan Poe.
And for 1 year when I was a junior in high school, I actually memorized the entirety of The Raven. Stood up in front of my class and
Quoth the Raven nevermore.
Recited it, and I actually didn't get the last three stanzas, but I got an A just because I was the only person in the class who memorized something that was longer than 16 lines long. And the rest of my classmates hated me because I fucked up the grading curve. But it was Poe.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it like that, yeah, I hate you too.
Yeah.
I hate people that do that.
I wasn't doing it on purpose. I misunderstood their directions somehow or another. I don't know. But anyway, going on. What would be on Sam's stolen, of course, iPod? Okay, that's kind of a hard one to.
Technically, doesn't he listen to country?
I don't know.
Cause I mean, you heard it.
The only time that
you've heard it like twice.
The only time that you really is whenever, like when Dean starts the car, right after he's been pulled from hell.
Pulled from hell?
Yeah, whenever he.
Oh yeah, because from purgatory it was just the iPod that was hooked up.
Yeah.
So. You can actually hear it.
Yeah, personally,
but that was like country or something.
Personally, I think that Sam, because I mean you hear a lot about like the music that Dean listens to, and you know Sam kind of listens to it because he kind of has to. I think going based off his personality, that he would probably listen to more, I don't know, alternative stuff. And I'm not really sure what would qualify, like, now, but, like, I don't know. I know what I listen to, and I'm not sure that what I listen to he would listen to.
Probably really not.
I think probably the only thing that we might possibly have in common would be Linkin Park. I could see Sam.
I can kind of see him.
Sort
I can see him tolerating it, not really liking it.
But I
don't know. Linkin Park sounds more of a Dean thing.
You really think so?
Well, because Dean's rock. He's hard rock.
Well, Linkin Park's not hard rock.
But it's closer to hard rock than anything you mechanically get sing.
Well, what do you think he would?
I don't fucking know.
I don't think it would be the Backstreet Boys. It's
oh, hell no.
Not Air Supply.
No, they're not boy bands.
So I don't think he would do the boy bands. I don't know that Sam.
He might listen to Imagine Dragons.
Oh, that's true. That one might be work. That one might work. I don't know a lot of the alternative bands out there, and I think that he probably would listen more to like
probably alternative
indie stuff, like
indie
underground
or alternative
things that aren't like mainstream or popular. I think is what he would
softer rock.
Soft rock includes things
softer.
Like okay. I was gonna say
softer.
All right.
There was an
Okay. And those were the questions from Don't Scratch the Walls. And I am passing the baton to...
Okay, so I had two people, well, I'm assuming it's two different people as there's two asks that were anonymous. One of them's only one question, so I'm just going to do them all together. Whoever you are, I don't know why you didn't show your face. Feel free to show your fucking face. I might swear a lot, but I'm actually kind of a nice person. Unless you piss me off. Then I'm really not a nice person. But,
yeah, you don't want to piss her off.
She gets mean. I'll stab you in the neck.
Yeah, and then I will come back to life and haunt your ass.
And I'll burn your bones.
Not before I toss you against a wall.
That sounded wrong.
She's going to answer her question now.
The first one from the first Anon was, if you hadn't chosen King of Hell, who else would you consider RPing? Which goes into the fact that I've got 3 other RP blogs, one of which is Dean, and the 2 other ones are different fandoms. One's Doctor Who, and it's The Master, and he's got one thread going with the river from the same mun as I was in advanced placement, as she was mentioning. I need to get back on there, and I probably owe, because I haven't been on in quite a long time. But I think I did manage to save the drafts. But that's really the only thing I've got going on him, and I'm really pretty sure I'm not getting characterization too right. I need to do a Doctor Who rewatch, because it's been God knows how long since I've rewatched Doctor Who, which is really, really sad. But aside from Crowley or Dean, I think the only people I would ever really consider RPing would be Cass or Meg, and even then I don't think I could sell either of them. So,
I think you could do Meg. And that's part of why. Did she not just...
I will stab you in the throat!
I'm asking our public, was that not something Meg would do with the look?
I'm going to feed your dog beans and then go to work.
Oh, really? Then I'm going to feed your cat chocolate.
If you fucking do that and my cat fucking dies,
I'm not going to give it enough to kill him.
If he pukes on my blankets again.
Now that I might give him enough for.
Do you know how annoying that was? I was going to bed and then I had to strip my entire bed and wash it.
That's right.
And I had to work the next morning.
Well, remember, you started this by saying you were going to stab me in the neck. I'm just retaliating. She does this and she thinks I'm just going to just...
I got it from her, but I'm used to my dad.
Yeah.
I lived with my dad much longer. He would just kind of laugh.
Yeah. I actually, come back with rejoinders and then we keep...
I was actually allowed to hit my dad. She hits me back.
Yes.
So, she doesn't get hit nearly as often.
No.
The next Anon asks, how similar am I to Crowley? It depends on what part and what... I mean, because I've got Crowley spanning different things. I've got, a high school AU Crowley. I've got a whole headcanons all around that, which I ended up finding out was almost exactly like Cal Lightman from Lie to Me, just as a teenager, and I thought, pretty accurate. I'm in love with him anyway. He's still a douchebag. And he knows everything. Sounds like Crowley. Off of the high school AU, just judging from the fact of how I was in high school, not very much. Crowley as a high school AU is a douchebag that just kind of walks around and goes, yeah, I know everything. Yeah, nobody really likes me, but whatever. I know everything. I've run the rumor mill. I own this school, so excuse you kind of thing. I was the quiet, invisible girl in the back corner of the classroom. Except for in psychology, I was in the front corner of the classroom right next to the door where I sat on the floor. Thus, I wasn't necessarily invisible. I just didn't talk.
For those of you who know about our Breakfast Club AU, she would have been like the basket case.
See, I haven't watched Breakfast Club, so I don't know what that means, but I think I'm offended.
Actually, that's what she does. She doesn't talk, she just sits there and she's all quiet and she does her own thing.
As canon, my thoughts sometimes stray as to the whole, okay, I'm just going to go on a mass murder spree, as you'll sometimes see on my out-of-character things, especially yesterday, whenever I said I was going to go on a mass murder spree, and my first victims were going to be my grandparents. I'm pretty sure she would have actually helped with that, though.
Yeah. Got a Volvo. Know where to dump bodies.
The Volvo that's like 98 and falling apart, and...
That's right, yeah. But see, it's a hoopty thing, so, they wouldn't be looking for that.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, in his domestic form, which I've got going with not the psychopath and Biden's ex-venator, if that's even how you pronounce it, I don't know, because I haven't heard it pronounced, but I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. If you gave me a child, I probably would have drowned it.
She wouldn't actually have drowned it, but...
Kind of like how Crowley was when he first found out Jane was pregnant. That's pretty much me. Except if I found out I was pregnant, I'd find the nearest abortion clinic immediately.
She does not want kids.
I hate children. They annoy me. I work in a grocery store. All it's done is reinforce the fact that kids are little shits. Okay? So, no offense to anybody that likes kids. If you like kids, that's great. If you're great with kids, that's great. Not for me. Never having kids. Don't want kids. Don't want to be around kids. That's just how it goes. So,
At least she knows. That's what I think.
So, I'm not really all that similar. Similar. I didn't. It was her. It wasn't. It was a dog.
Yeah.
The next question was, did you choose RP because you relate to him? If I was going to choose who to RP off of who I relate to, it would have been Dean. And I mean, like I said before, I do have a Dean, but I really don't feel like I write Dean in character all that well. And part of the reason I chose to do Crowley, now that I think about it, is probably because I had written a shit ton across jail fix prior to RPing.
You're in the way. They cannot see Davida.
That's okay.
Get down.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I want them to see your face.
Excuse you, bitch.
Or,
Slut.
you little shit.
You cannot argue the slut argument either.
I am not currently a slut.
No, but you were.
I wasn't a slut. I was.
Do you want to go into this on camera? I will go into this on camera. I will pull out all the
I
stops.
was polyamorous before it was popular.
Yeah, okay, that's why you want to phrase it. I didn't really choose Crowley because I related to him. I chose Crowley because I figured I could write him. If you went back to my blog while it was a side blog, which still exists, Obvious Erotic Value, Jenny should be able to recognize this because she's been around that long, and I love her all the more for it. But he was a lot more canon then than he is now, simply because he's evolved and shit. He's a bit more human, and not because he is canonically, simply because he is. But no, I didn't really choose him because I related to him at all, because you can't really relate to ruling hell.
I can. But I'm twisted.
See, but you can't relate through experience, not really.
Well, no.
You can imagine it, but you
Yeah.
can't relate.
Not direct experience.
So,
I've never actually been to hell.
that's kind
Okay.
of... And then there's the whole, is he your only muse, as I mentioned before. 3 other RP blogs, and an OC for the Mafiaverse who hasn't done jack shit, and I'm thinking about multiversing and keep going, LOL, nope, too. So, no, he is not, and I don't think he ever will be my only muse. So, yeah, anyway, back to you.
Okay. My next set of questions is from Sammy's Protector. Hello. Let's see. First question. Why did I pick Insane Sam to play? Okay. When I did my first Meet the Mun video, and this actually relates to the another question that Patch Abby asked about why did I choose Sam to RP as? What?
It's been 24 minutes.
I know. Just it relates to why did I choose Sam to RP as, and it's partially because I just, like she said, she relates really heavily to Dean. I relate really heavily to Sam. It is really easy for me to get into his head, to think how he thinks, to make, sense of, why he would make this choice or why he would make that choice. He is of anyone I would choose to RP, he's probably the one that I would be able to convey the best. And as far as why I picked Insane Sam, well, I have some, mental issues of my own, and
20.
thank you. And I have actually experienced some of the things that they actually even showed canonically on the show in season 7. So I know what it's like to be in that situation, to be experiencing that kind of thing, and I can write it pretty well. So that's why I chose to do that. Okay, my favorite thing.
Vietnam.
Yeah, what is my favorite thing about playing Sam? My favorite thing about playing Sam is that over the 9, well, this is the 9th season. Over all those seasons,
8.5.
there have been so many different versions of him that I have a lot of things I can pull from. Plus, going by, things that the writers were planning on doing in season 3 but didn't get a chance to because of the writer's strike and everything. Technically, according to that,
Which you
Sam.
didn't even know until I told you.
No, I didn't know until
she
told me.
Bitch. That's just my favorite phrase.
It's just what we do. I did not know. She told me this. I looked it up, and it was true. He was actually supposed to go dark side. He was gonna go totally, whatever.
And we weren't supposed to get cast at all ever.
Yeah. So I like to explore different facets that get brought up in the show that don't get a lot of attention, and I like to expand on them. And I like to, like with Soulless Sam. If you watch the show and you watch like one episode with him without his soul, and then you watch an episode with him with his soul, just Jared's acting alone, you can tell totally different character. And I love that there's so many different ways that I can play Sam and it still relate to the canon character. I can also go completely, totally AU, and I have, but that's one of the things I like. Okay, what do I like besides RPing and writing?
Nothing.
It's not true.
Absolutely, positively nothing.
I spend a lot of time on Tumblr because I have a lot of time to, kill, because I don't actually work. I do like...
And she's lucky that way.
No, it's not fun. I don't like it.
I'd much rather not work.
I would much rather have a job. But...
And this is where we differ.
Yes. I like to do web graphics and web design. I design my Tumblr theme. I designed her Tumblr theme.
Well, I gave her all the pictures.
Yeah, she gave me the pictures, and I put the thing together. I've been designing layouts and themes for people's journals all the way back to 2003. In fact, I even still have some of the templates that I designed. I just like doing it. I do a little bit of like photo collaging, graphic art. Not all that great, but it's really therapeutic, and I like doing it because I get the shit out. I also am really weird in that I like when I have a website, I like for as much of it to be mine as possible.
When she has a website, you can see baby pictures of me and my brothers.
Yeah, see, now that she's mentioned that, I'm probably going to try and find that page and pull it up, just so I can show all of you. Oh, speaking of...
Oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus, no!
Yes, this would be Jaden when she was 2.5 or 3. So,
Can't even remember my fucking age.
Well, Devin was born, so we were living in the house on Trailview. So
I vote we show them pictures of David and Devin.
Well, I don't have pictures of David and Devin.
Well, I mean,
oh.
You've got pictures of David and Devin. Little kids. Ah, my baby picture fell!
Yes. Sorry that all you can see is my,
waist.
Alright, you've heard me mention that I have children. These are the two boys.
Older brother,
David.
younger brother.
David is the oldest. He's going to Caltech.
He's being paid to go to fucking Caltech.
He's a sophomore. This is Devin. He is currently 16. He's a junior. He's
In high school.
In high school. And he's a percussionist.
Sophomore, college, junior high school.
Yeah, he's a percussionist. Okay, so.
And everything else.
Well, I don't know about everything else. He doesn't write. David writes.
He likes verbally telling stories. He prefers to verbally tell them than writing them.
Well, how does he write? Oh, sorry. Okay, back to the questions because we're running like to 30 minutes already. See, we get talking and
it's her fault.
It's not my fault.
It's her fault.
It is not my fault.
Everything's her fault.
It is not my fault.
You're the one that gave birth to me.
Alright, yes, but I didn't pick your genes. I don't get to do that.
Well, technically, in a way, you did.
No,
You just unconsciously did.
You see what I have to live with?
I'm sorry. She's interested in genetics. I was raised on this shit. I know how it works.
My kids, they were doomed from birth to be nerds. There was just no possible way they were going to escape that. Alright, what is my favorite song and movie? Oh my god. Okay, my favorite song changes like weekly.
Daily.
And I'm one of those that when I pick a favorite
Call Me
song,
Maybe. That's your favorite song.
I will just run it over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
And I have to suffer because my room's right there.
I have been using my headphones.
Call Me Maybe is still stuck in my head.
Currently, I have been listening to Call Me Maybe. I've also been listening to Brave ever since I saw the fandom video. And I'm still obsessed with Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. I just absolutely adore that one. As far as my favorite movie, you know, I have so many that I
Tangled. And Lilo and Stitch. And the new Winnie the Pooh.
So she's answering the questions. There you go. I'm
7.
I like a lot of movies, and I can't really just pick one.
For a second there, I thought you said religious, and I was like, wait, what?
No, I didn't say religious, no.
Yeah, you said really just, but it's slurred together, so it's
Okay. Alright, yes, moving on. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? Well, that's easy, mint chocolate chip.
Everything's
It's
Everything's
been my
mint.
favorite. Yes, I do. I love mint. Not everything. Not everything. Not everything.
Everything. Your Kit Kats, your M&Ms.
Okay. My
Your Hershey's
coffee's
Kisses.
not. My coffee's not. My coffee is caramel chocolate.
Coffee's actually okay if you drop like a mint in it and you let it dissolve. That's actually kind of
I
good.
don't like that.
That's
Okay. And
good. It's good in tea
yeah,
too.
that was my last question from Sammy's Protector. So those were the questions.
The only person I've got left that asked me questions was Sacrosanct, Scotty. So yeah, and 2 different things, but the second one's only got 1 question. So once again, all just going together here. God damn it! Don't do the thing.
It's gonna do the thing.
Well, it didn't actually do the thing. Somebody liked the post that we're doing our run video right now, like just now.
They just now liked it?
Yeah, they I just got the notification.
Oh my goodness.
I don't
Okay,
even know who
then.
the fuck that is. Whoever you are, your name's Jidashia or something?
Yeah.
I can see you.
Yes. You should talk to us if you're gonna like the post.
Or don't. I mean, that's cool too.
We will find where you live.
I will stab you in the face. I'm trying to do my questions.
Like she was not doing this whenever I was doing my questions. She's talking all over the place. Alright, go ahead.
At least I was talking to you.
Go ahead.
First question, what Crowley is your muse? I answered that like twice, so skipping over. Have you played any character similar to him in the past, or was he entirely new to you first time you started? Crowley was actually my first real RPing experience ever, so I haven't played any other characters. Unless you count random text RPs with my friend in West Virginia in fandoms I had no clue of, and so I completely butchered the characters, and she didn't really give a shit because she liked the romance plots with half of the characters, so,
Read she wanted smut.
no, actually, she wanted cutesy fluff most of the time.
Okay.
Occasionally smut.
Okay. I retract my statement.
That's why most of the fics that were for her birthday don't even actually have smut in them.
Okay.
I should replay Vampires. Anyway, I've got 2 OTPs in that, so.
She has a lot of OTPs.
I've got an OTP and I gave myself one of my fandoms. Next question: what's difficult to play with him? And then one after that is what comes easily. Really? I've not really encountered anything that's hard. I mean, there are some things or whatnot. I like get myself in a situation like in the RP with Naivety with Wings. They're going back to Carly's mansion. I'm just like, shit, I've got no clue what the fuck this looks like. So I had to go and I had to look up different design stuff and whatnot, and just like design his mansion was really hard because I can't see things in my head.
Yeah, she's
color
one
schemes,
of those people. She really can't see images in her head.
You're saying this like you know. You don't know jack shit, so shut up.
I know what you told me.
Shut up.
Okay, fine.
My question.
Like you weren't in all my questions, all up in my business.
But I was answering them about me. You're answering for me.
Fine.
So like, that's the main reason there wasn't too much detail in that. I mean, if Naivety with Wings is even watching this, which I think they're on like an indefinite hiatus or something, because they haven't been on in like months, and I don't think anybody was reading that RP. It was one of my longest ones. I mean, it's apparently got 120 something notes simply through us back and forth replying.
Wow.
So,
that's impressive.
not really. But I've got to go back and re-find whatever painting it was he had above his bed because it was beautiful. It was, and the way that I'm a heathen. It was like slaughter and death, and it was like a religious slaughter death thing, like whichever thing it was, wherever it was, where they killed all the firstborns if you didn't have blood splashed on your door, where the fuck
Passover.
it was. Yeah, that. It was, oh, that's why it's called okay, that makes sense!
Yes, because if you put the blood on the door, they would pass over your house.
I get that now. Not very religious.
Sure not.
Violently atheist. But it was beautiful. It was. I was actually looking for Francisco Goya, but I couldn't remember his name at the time, so I just looked up a lot of dark art. And then I saw the Criminal Minds episode where they mentioned Francisco Goya, and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to commit that name to memory now because those were really, really beautifully disturbing pictures. But, anyway, I got off subject. What was I talking about? Difficult and easy. Welcome to How My Brain Works. No, there's not really been anything that's been particularly hard about playing him. I mean, things that I have to occasionally go in and research, like, I've got a whole head. Anybody who knows me, especially Scotty, who's seen me in Cards Against Humanity, this doesn't surprise you, especially with Jane when their music director talking about it. I've got a whole headcanon, multiple surrounding Hitler and the Holocaust with Crowley, simply because Hitler is just so fascinating to me.
She's also a serial killer, creepy.
Hybrixtophiliac is the term. Yeah, like Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie, yeah.
She's very, very fascinated with the subject.
Very.
Of course, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. So
I got a magazine that I recently saw in the store that was talking about female killers, and I bought it like immediately, and
yeah, we got.
It was awesome. It was awesome because Carla was in there, and if you obsessively watched everything with Misha like I have, you know he was in the movie Carla, and it was based off of a real serial rapist and his girlfriend and whatnot, and because it was talking about Carla, I had a screenshot from the movie, so my baby's in the movie. Oh, while we're doing this, I've got to show off the thing again.
Yes, she got a Christmas card from Gishwes this year, signed by Miss Collins, and she
As
was,
all of you already know, but ha!
there is the card.
Signature. Yeah. Proof I'm better than you. But yeah, no, there's nothing
and
really
for all
easy
of you guys
or
who
hard.
haven't heard the story yet, when we went to Dallas SPN Con, she was dressed as Purgatory Cass on the
Apparently there is
Saturday.
actually video of that, because somebody came through my line. We are talking about Supernatural. I mentioned it, and he said he saw a video of it.
Okay, see, now we have to find video.
And I am pissed!
Dallas SPN Con 2013.
As long as the one from
She
2012 doesn't go
She
anywhere.
got pulled up on stage, dressed up like Purgatory Cass with Richard Speight Jr. and Mark Cohen. And that's all my fault.
I was perfectly humiliated by that.
I was very proud of the moment. So.
She's a bitch.
I am. Yes.
She's apparently going to make it a habit for me to be publicly humiliated.
Yes. I feel like it's my job to do
In
that.
2012, and Sam, she doesn't even watch, she doesn't even know my Crowley blog, she doesn't even give a shit. But she's got a Tumblr. You can ask her. I completely word vomited at Mark Shepard in 2012. So yeah. Anyway,
So,
the last question.
Look for us in 2014 to see what new and beautiful ways we
I'm
did.
just excited. I got to see Cora Nemec.
Yes, Cora Nemec and Rachel Miner were both there.
Because Stargate.
And it was yes.
Because Stargate. I'm sorry.
Stargate was like her first official massive fandom.
I've got all of the shoulder patches.
Yeah.
I've got the SG-1 one. I've got the Pegasus Galaxy one. I've got the freaking Earth symbol one. Give me the uniform one. I could make a Stargate freaking cosplay, and I would cosplay Sam Carter, and I would own it.
She would. I think she'd be really good.
I couldn't do the technobabble, but that's about it. Anyway, the last question from Zach saying don't even need to look at the fucking thing. Was have I ever received hate or whatnot, or what the fuck did you? I did not tell you to open the calendar. Was have I ever gotten anyone pissed at me for not shipping something? And really, that's not something that comes up much because pretty much, I'm a agree to disagree person even with ships. And I've really got a tendency to ship just about anything.
She really does.
Except for in certain things, there will be certain things I just don't ship. I can't even think of any right now, but half the time, most of the time I typically can. But really the only thing that I could ever receive any real backlash for not shipping is Destiel, but that's not really because I don't ship it. I mostly just don't want to see it because there's a lot of the Destiel shippers that are crazed and convinced it's canon when it's not, and they'll deny everything canon simply so it will be. And I'm just like, hey, yes, I know Cross Steel's never going to be canon, and sometimes I go, oh my god, it's canon, but I'm mostly joking. Like I've got news for, or not. I've got news for you. It's all very West Side Story. When he said that the cast, I was all over that for like a week. I was just like, it's canon, even though I knew it wasn't. Simply because they love playing with the fan base like that.
Yeah, and
that's really all most of the Destiel quips are. It's the
Yeah.
same way that they've got quips between Sam and Dean, which we all know will never ever fucking be canon.
Which
this is
fine,
not Dexter.
You know? It's like all of us who like
Though I
ship
really
Wincest,
wouldn't mind
we
it
know
to be Dexter because
that-
Dexter's just deliciously twisted.
Okay, yes, but that is a totally different show. I pretty much agree with her on the Destiel. If you've seen my dash, you saw my rant this morning. The thing that pisses me off is that they take scenes completely out of context
on purpose
and try to use them to say, oh, this, and it's like, no, that's to look at the whole scene, not just this little part.
But really, that's the only thing I could receive backlash for not.
Yeah, it's
shipping,
not
and
the
I've
ship
never
itself.
It's the
That's
shippers.
the problem. It's certain shippers from that group.
I
Not
mean,
all
like,
of them. I've met some Destiel fans that are pretty cool,
I've met plenty.
and you know they're not insane or rabid or anything. But then
And
you've got those
they
crazy
can separate
ones.
the fanon from canon.
Exactly.
And that's great. I love the shippers like that. And I do kind of minutely ship it, but most of my not shipping it is just through utter exasperation with a lot of the Destiel shippers I've encountered. My biggest pet peeve was, oh my god, after Meg called Cass her unicorn, everybody decided to call Cass Dean's unicorn. No, fuck, no!
I know.
No!
That was Meg. That was,
Dan wasn't even there, he would have understood the reference.
Yeah.
Neither was
she
Cass.
was talking to Sam.
So, I've got emotions because Meg's DL is...
It's okay.
It was canon!
It's okay.
Also, douchebag, I remember I owe you that really heartbreaking fic. I remember that, and it will get done, and it will be tagged, and you will sob. So, it will happen.
And thus she says.
And I know you're gonna be watching this because you're gonna get tagged, so screw you.
Hello, douchebag. Well, I don't really call you that, but...
No, I've just kind of started calling you douchebag. Because your name's douchebag. I mean, you've said you. I'm talking to somebody through a webcam who I'm not even completely sure is actually going to watch. So I'm gonna stop now.
As you can see, she does the same thing I do when she gets nervous. She talks, which you know. Yeah, she does that too.
Dad's got a tendency to tell when I feel like I'm off belt. Hey, look, I'm number 1.
See, I would just try and bite her finger, but you know, I'm weird that way.
But yeah. Anyway, that ends my questions.
So those were our questions for our.
You have.
No, that's something
not
else. It's not a question.
So what the fuck is
It's something that I saved so I would remember to mention it to people, and now she's gonna make a hat out of it. So this is our video for her 400 followers and my 250. I don't know where you people came from, and I don't know how you found me.
Nope.
But yay, cool. I hope you stick around. I've got tons of threads that I'm working on. Sometimes I do a lot of crack on my dash, and Sammy can be a real slut. I also have, I currently have 2 more RP blogs. I'm putting together a Celine from Underworld.
Okay, looks
and
interesting.
I have, yes you do. I have Zoe from Firefly. She's also going to be part of the Mafia-verse, Strictly Business, as Aline Wash. She's going to be the weapons specialist. I picked both of them because they're badass motherfuckers.
It's been 47 minutes.
Guns. And I also have a Fem Sam.
I'm sorry we talk so much.
She's going to be in the...
Scotty's
oh, looky there. Let's see. Look! Can you see?
No, because I was reloading my dash.
Well,
it was
Scotty's face. We were gonna put it up there. Yes, and no, I'm not gonna dance for the video. I'm not gonna dance for the video because
she can't dance.
I can sort of dance.
You really can't.
Well, neither can you.
I can dance better. Mom, I've been to raves.
So have I, just not in well, I haven't been to a rave, but I've been to clubs, and it's just been a while. My dancing is dated, that's what the problem is. It's not that I can't dance, it's that I learned how to dance in the 90s, and that's pretty much how I dance. So
I learned to dance from watching other people, which means I'm much better than her.
Now see, I've never seen her dance, so I have no idea how to judge.
No, Devin have. Last year, like Christmas or whatever, I was dancing to Loudon Swain all around. I was sliding out. It was, Loudon Swain was mocking me. They've got an official blog. They were mocking. I'm so proud they mocked me.
Really?
Yeah, they followed my personal because they follow a lot of their fans and whatnot.
Okay.
So you tag enough things on Swain, they end up following you, and they track their tag. And I've actually still got the pictures from when I screenshotted their replies on my computer, and I am very, very I love it. Cause
See,
Rob Benedict is so fucking
she
adorable.
gets so much attention, and she thinks that she's not worth it, and I don't know why.
I got attention from a band that probably doesn't remember I exist anymore.
That's what she thinks. Anyway, so thank you for watching and putting up with our craziness for 45, 47, I don't know how many
48,
minutes.
49.
And we are going to...
Almost 50.
Yeah, we're going to end
like
this.
Fucking hour.
We're going to end this
now.
now.
Fuck, I've got work soon.
Yeah, she's got to go to work, and I have to take her. And I have to upload it. It's probably going to take a while, so you might not see it until tomorrow. But yeah, that's our video. And so, bye, everybody. And I hope you enjoyed it. This is My Hellhounds Are Bigger. Go follow her. She's awesome.
I'm probably going to be changing my URL soon.
Yes. Alright, so, see you later. And peace out.